Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing this Halloween design with hard gel. This was my first video, so I'm sorry I'm out of frame a lot, but I still hope you guys enjoy. So I've already done my prep and everything, so now I'm going to go in with the Mia Secrets nail forms and I'm going to tear that part, and I'm going to be sticking the ends together, and now I'm going to slip it under my nail. This is easier if you have a little bit of nail growth, but you can totally still do it if you have really short nails. And I'm just sticking those ends when I'm happy with how it's looking, and then it should be coming out completely flat and straight. You don't want it to go up or down. Now I'm gonna go in with a dehydrator, and this is basically just rubbing alcohol, and this is gonna take off any oils that you have on your nails so that your product will adhere better and last longer. Today I was trying out Saviland's nail base kit, so I'm just gonna use their primer. So now I'm going to use the base coat that came in the kit. Well, actually here I'm using the top coat instead of the base coat. I accidentally did this. I don't know how. Don't do this if you want your nails to last longer. Use the base coat. Also, for the base coat, apply a really thin layer. Don't apply it thick or else it'll just peel off. Please ignore the twitching thumb. I don't know what was going on there. So now I'm going to cure this for 30 seconds in my lamp, and depending on your gel and your lamp, the curing time will be different. I'm using IBD's clear builder gel to extend my nails. So I'm going to be taking a bead of that gel and kind of swirling it around to the length that I want and kind of the general shape. I'm gonna cure this for 30 seconds in my lamp. And you can see that there's no ledge between the natural nail and the extension, so I'm going to remove my form by pinching the sides and peeling it off. So now I'm going to do the same thing I did on my other finger, but this time I'm going to be using the Mia Secrets Cover Blush, and this is a really pretty pink, and I'm going to use it to extend my thumb and my ring finger. So now I'm going to build the nail. I'm going to apply a thin layer called the slip layer, and this is going to allow the gel to move wherever you want it to. So I'm going to be taking a smaller bead and work that around the cuticle. So I don't cure that small bead, I go in with a bigger bead now. And I'm going to be working the gel, kind of floating it from side to side until I reach the tip. And this is a good method if you want a really smooth nail, and it'll be good for less filing. So now I'm going to be looking at all the sides to make sure the nail is even, and I'm flipping my finger over because I want the gel to pull to the middle to create the apex. Now for the index, the middle, and the pinky finger, I'm going to be using IBD's Builder Gel again. And instead of building up the nail, I'm just going to kind of make it a little bit thicker just so the tip doesn't snap off when I file it later. After I cure it for 30 seconds, I'm going to take some rubbing alcohol on a lint-free wipe, and I'm going to wipe the sticky layer off of the nails, and now I'm going to be filing them. When I file, I like to file the shape of it first, so I was going for a coffin shape, and then I'm going to go over the surface. I like to make sure the tip is even. And then I go around the cuticle, make sure that the cuticle and the tip are the thinnest part of the nail. For the clear nails, I'm just going to be filing the surface to make it as smooth as I can. I'm also going to be filing the general shape so that I don't file as much later, and I also want the nails to be the same length, so I kind of just put them next to each other. So after cleaning off all that dust, I'm going to paint on a really thin layer of the IBD clear gel, and this is for the glitter that we're gonna put on to make it stick. Without curing that, I'm gonna go in with this chunky red glitter. So now I'm going to go in with this fine reddish orange glitter, and this will fill in the spots that the chunky glitter didn't fill. So now I'm gonna pat in the glitter. This will make the glitter kind of flat and like sink into the gel. And when I'm happy with that, I will just cure that for 30 seconds. So I repeated this step on my pinky, and now I'm using a fan brush to just wipe off any of the extra glitter. Now I'm gonna go in with the IBD Clear Builder Gel again, and I'm going to be encapsulating this glitter. So I'm just taking a big bead, and I actually should have put on a slip layer so the gel could have floated a bit more easier, but I didn't. So here I'm just using a big bead and moving that around, and you'll see later that I kind of have trouble making the gel stay. Now for the middle finger, I'm gonna take Mia Secret's Cover Blush, and I'm gonna be creating like a V shape with this. So I'm just working that gel around the cuticle and pulling it down into the V shape. After I cure that, I'm going to take my 180 grit file and just crisp up those edges. Now I'm just going to go over the surface and make it smooth. So I brush off the dust, and now I'm going to take a thin layer of the clear gel and I'm going to go up on the sides, and basically I'm going to do the same thing as the glitter encapsulations, but I'm going to only do this on the tip now. So now I'm going to be taking the clear gel and encapsulating the glitter part of the nail. You don't need to encapsulate the pink part if it's already built up, or else it'll just make the nail thicker and bulkier. Now I'm taking my fine drill bit and just going over the cuticle area. To make the nails even smoother, I'm going to be taking this really tiny buffing block. I'm going to be taking this black gel polish and I'm putting that on just literally the back of the nail form. And I'm also going to be applying primer around the cuticle. You don't have to do this. I just do it so that the top coat will stick on later. So now I'm taking a thin brush with the black polish and I'm creating the V shape. And I'm gonna crisp up my lines with this brush and some rubbing alcohol. To create the spider's body, I'm going to be using some rhinestones. So I'm taking some of that gel and placing it with a dotting tool, and I'm picking up the stones with basically a white colored pencil and putting them on my nails. So I'm taking a fine brush and just gonna go around those stones to really secure them. So now I'm going to be creating the spider's legs, and I kind of struggled with this because the black polish that I used wasn't really opaque. So now I'm going to be taking my fine brush and creating the spider's web, and I'm kind of just starting from the left corner of my thumb, and I'm just going to be bringing out that line out, and then I'm going to be creating like a curved line in between. I'm applying a matte top coat on the thumb and the ring finger, and on the rest of the nails I'm going to use Saviland's top coat. I really like this top coat because it's nice and shiny, and it also doesn't run around your cuticles because it's thick. Now I apply my cuticle oil and we're done. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye!